American outlaws have descended upon Paris ahead of the U.S.'s game on Sunday versus Chile. Former U.S. international Heather O'Reilly joins Alexi and myself. Current U.S. internationals Alex Morgan, Megan Rapinoe join us. You guys heard a lot of that Tuesday as well, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. I can barely hear you. How do you guys do this every day?
We're screaming. We're yelling at you guys right now.
Stars on set.
It's close.
I mean, Alexi's great and all that.
But you do look like you just got off tour, by the way. I'm
actually doubling with the tour and a tournament.
That's right.
Yes.
Fellow Golden Blazer. Love you on that one. We have a secret handshake. One day you guys may know about that.
Humble brag.
Yeah.
You like that? Look, let's start talking about this tournament. And France, one of the themes for us, at least, was that opening day game. They really set a tone. They sent a message to the rest of the field. How did that message impact, I'll start with you, Megan, the way you guys performed on the field versus Thailand?
I mean, well, we got to watch every single game since we were the last team on the last match day, which was difficult. But I think for us, you know, absent of every other team, we always want to send a message. We always want to play well and start on a really strong foot. And obviously having such a long time to wait, I think everyone was pent up and just excited to play. So I felt like we were really happy with the way that we played. Obviously, Thailand, not the strongest opponent, but for us to be able to just get out there and spread the goals around, a lot of people had a good feeling after that.
From the day that the groups came out, I expect that you looked at that Thailand game, Alex, and you thought, I hope to bag a few in that game to get the tournament started off right. Did you expect to score? Did you expect to score 5? What were your thoughts going into the game?
I don't know. I think that when we first got Thailand in our group, we only have played them really once in the last couple of years and didn't know much about them. They've played some quality opponents. They only lost 1-0 to France earlier, maybe this year or something. So we didn't really know what to expect. But obviously I had a personal goal set for myself. I exceeded that, smashed that, was happy about that. But
can you tell us what the personal goal was?
It was 4. It was 3.
Okay. Her goal was a hat trick and she got 5. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, not bad.
Well done.
A lot of talk about the celebrations, specifically your celebration. What was going on with that, with the leg?
That's actually a shout out to one of my best friends on the team, Ashlyn Harris. She has these crazy bad knees that she says are terrible all the time, and she yanks on them all the time. She's constantly yanking on them. I'm like, I think that's making it worse a little bit.
Was it in the moment, or did you?
No, it was in the moment. It was definitely in the moment. I think just in general for us, I mean, obviously we have the utmost respect for all of the opponents that we play, and we'll continue to do so forever and ever. I feel like we were pent up, and that I said it before to Alex yesterday, but that sort of explosion of joy was very genuine for us. And honestly, I think we needed it. I think our lead up has been heavy, everything off the field, all the pressure that's on us all the time. For us to just be able to go and play and enjoy ourselves and bring our bench into it like we did. Obviously, everyone wants to play. There's players on that bench that might not even get to see the field in this tournament. So to bring everyone in and have that feeling on the first day, which was the last match day, was really important for us and something that was special for us.
Alex, how do you guys go about using this summer, and for you too, Meg, to strengthen the women's game, to make it broader, to make it more accessible?
Well, I think we're doing our part in everything we can possibly do, and now we have this platform where everything is magnified, and we had a pretty dominating performance, and of course someone's going to find something to talk negatively about. So I think in general, just seeing how much media is covering this World Cup is pretty incredible, and as much as we can use a platform to showcase what we've been working on, all that 99%, and put it into the 1% that we get 30 days to showcase ourselves, I think we did that, and we're continuing to do that.
Meg?
Yeah, I mean, I think just kind of going on that. I mean, if we want to talk about, strengthening the game top to bottom, let's talk about FIFA. Is FIFA putting all the money that they can into all of these federations leading up? I've heard stories that Chile only played a couple games in the last 3 years. Argentina, I don't know how many games Thailand have played. But if you want the field to be better top to bottom, we can't do that by playing that team. So we're just out here playing as well as we can. Obviously, our federation supports us very well, but for me personally, I think it's on FIFA to invest a lot more money and mandate to all these federations around the world to invest in their women's programs, not just from a financial standpoint, but from a manpower standpoint as well.
Yeah.
You guys win 13-0, right? That's going to go all over the world, and everybody is going to talk about it and is talking about it. You already live under pressure because you're the best in the world, because you are rock stars. Do you think that that type of result and all the talk about what went on the field, do you think the target that was already on your backs is that much bigger? And does it even matter?
I mean, I think so. It's like, I think every game that we win, every performance that we have, whether, you know, maybe we have a bad performance and like, oh, it gets a little bigger, maybe it's easier to hit, or, oh, we play really well and now they think that they're better than they are and then we want to come after them more. I think we always have a target on our back, no matter what. I think we do an incredible job as a team of embracing and smiling through that. I think, you know, hey, we've always done that. We've always had the target. I mean, in the mix zone after the game, it was like, you know, does this make a statement or whatever? And it's like, I don't know if we need to make a statement. I think that, you know, people are already coming after us for every reason, not just because we won in Canada. So for us, it's like kind of same game, and we're just ready for it and enjoying ourselves.
We've always said bring it on.
Bring it on.
It's like a family reunion over here, so I'll let you start this next segment here, please.
Guys, massive win, but how do you put that behind you and focus on Chile coming up?
I think it's all about just like keeping the bubble tight within the team and everything, and just making sure we do move forward. You know, it's game 1 of 7. We have to like close that chapter, regardless of how much the media and everyone wants to talk about game 1. Like, this is incremental in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah. How quick after that result do you put that game away? Is it that night? Do you have some chats about it at breakfast the next day?
We try to lock it up in the locker room, actually.
Yeah.
I think we kind of talk about it and sort of everyone expresses how they feel, and then, you know, I think especially for the older players, we can do a good job of, you know, it's easy to let this one sort of drag out. It's fun, everyone scored, but the importance, like Alex was saying, to just kind of lock it up that night and then get ready for the next game. There's probably going to be a game in this tournament where we don't play as good as we can, and we need to have that sort of familiarity within our group to just like keep it there and move on to the next game.
I know everyone loves to talk about one game at a time, but we know Chile's coming. And then a friend Sweden, all right? Long history and certainly a recent history.
Yeah.
Is there something extra there when it comes to Sweden in terms of wanting to do something? And I know it's the group stage, and you might go on to bigger things, but given the Olympics in 2016 knocking the U.S. out, is it something that you can look at now and say, this is something that we need to do, not necessarily to win the tournament, but for us right now?
I think so, a little bit. I mean, we have to obviously take every game, as you said, but you know, for anyone who we see as a big threat to moving on and to getting into group stages and hopefully winning the tournament, it's a little extra. Obviously, we have a long-standing rivalry with them that goes back, you know, 100 years, way back into the history books. But yeah, I think we'll take a little bit extra.
What makes them so good, Sweden?
They're very athletic, very organized. Obviously, they're a big team. Good on the counter.
They're pretty much the same starting 11 for years.
Yeah, they're world-class players.
So they have a lot of chemistry within the team, too. And we seem to face them every major tournament.
Do they fear you? Are they scared of you, do you think? A lot of teams are scared of you. A lot of teams are scared of you. You think they're scared of you?
We got to get Neela Fisher on here, ask her.
Yeah.
She'll probably say no.
Alex, I know that you are very familiar with a lot of the players on this French team, having played over at Lyon with them. Tell me a little bit about France. You guys looking ahead at that matchup? Do you look at that French team and think, besides yourselves, that they are the most dangerous team in this tournament?
Clearly, they're the favorites. I mean, the host country is behind them. This is the biggest World Cup that we've seen, the most magnified. So obviously having to be here in France and them just continuing to peak is obviously great for them. And seeing them win last night, obviously it's such a devastating own goal, but they got the penalty in the end. And they have some great players on the team and some players that I've played with in Lyon as well.
Curious for both of you guys, themes that you've seen through the course of this World Cup and teams that have impressed you. I'll start with you, Meg.
Actually, I've been watching the game last night. Norway was very impressive. Obviously, a tough loss for them last night. I mean, I think the Netherlands, you got to look at, they didn't have their best performance, eked out a win, which is huge. In this tournament, it's all about winning, getting to the next stage. France, of course. I mean, they have legit like top 10 players in each of their lines. They're very good. I think they're probably still finding their feet a little bit. They must be a little nervous with all of this and so much excitement. And then us, of course. I'm excited about us. I love our squad.
I'm excited about you, too.
Yeah. What are you excited about the U.S. with this version?
I don't know. it's just every tournament we have different personnel, and it just feels a little bit different. And I think you guys saw with the celebrations, not to bring that back up again, but we were just all so excited for each other. And when you looked at the bench, just so happy after every game, you can see this is 23 players that feel so good to be here together in this tournament.
Alex Pino, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Look, the welcome mat is out. Should you return back to Paris?
Yes.
Just let all your handlers there
Come
and
visit
over there.
us.
Handlers on notice. We're
You
coming
guys
back.
are welcome. We would love to have you
Yeah.
back. Continued success. Look forward to your game on Sunday. U.S. taking on Chile. Oh, you know the American Outlaws are going to be in there. The Tour de Four picks up Sunday here in Paris.